My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train, specifically the Wild Mutations free update. As you can see, this is the start of a new series on Monster Train. We're going to be starting off the Wild Update series by doing all of the expert challenges here, probably intersplicing a couple of 25 Covenant runs. But for the moment, let's get to the first challenge. Controlled Chaos. Start with a random deck, and you can duplicate cards at the merchants. It has to be done on Covenant rank 25, so let's go and do it right now. If somehow you're still not familiar with the things that were added into the game as of the Wild Mutations free update, I've got a link in the description down below that talks a large amount about patch notes, mostly focused on the balance changes. However, the custom challenges are going to be the things that we're exploring here, and they're not really discussed too much in the patch video that's going to be in the description below. So we start with 2 drafts, 2 fledgling imps, and a mortal entrapment, but the thing is, all of the rest of our deck is also random. Wait, what? Hang on. Add 12 additional random cards to your starting deck. Okay, so it doesn't randomize our base cards as well. So we got 4 fledgling imps and an important work. That's actually really good. 1 Horn's Tome, a Sacred Wicks, a Vote of Re, Wickless Recruitment, and Wicklash. So the thing is, we're going to need to mega upgrade something super early on so that we can start taking advantage of the merchant's card duplication service. 50% chance to apply Daze whenever an enemy enters your train. We could use that to take significantly less damage to a frontliner on the bottom floor. Accumulator seems like a decent way to go here. The other Rector Flicker I can only really get back at the moment with the Sacred Wicks. Okay. We'll take Accumulator and see how it goes. Now, these are going to be run in Covenant 25, so it's still going to be real difficult, especially if any of these sets actually happen to be worse than they are helpful. This one at the moment has trashed my deck with 12 cards that I might not necessarily have taken. So I think this one is going to be highly contingent upon, you know, which clan you roll, what are the 5 starter cards you roll, and what are the 12 extra cards you roll. Because if all of those are good, well, I mean, you're off to a great start. You're probably going to win. Let's get some units killed. Yeah, okay. Just to try and get some stats on the accumulator there. Okay, Sacred Wicks to get back the 2 that I'd already used. Perfect. So taking 11 damage so far. It's got to be like Train Steward, Giraffe, Wicklash in the back line, and then just throw the Dragon Votivary down at the bottom. And we should be okay from here on out. There we go. Little bit extra damage there at the very end, but we should now be pretty comfy. Unfortunately, the draft is going to burn out as well. All right. It's no problem for the Rector. Another Draft, a Dripfall, and Sacrificial Resurrection. Sacrificial Resurrection is a really good way in play to reduce the size of our deck. I think I'm going to take Dripfall, though, so that I can bring units back down to the floor that the Rector Flicker is going to be on consistently. Ritual of Battle. Take a Hornbreak just as a value card. So we need to get one of these cards like really, really powerful and really, really upgraded and then start duping it. And really, I'm just not seeing what card that would be. Dupe any card except for your champion. One Horn's Tome just isn't really going to be useful for any of my characters. I'm going to need a backliner behind the Rector for that to actually be useful. You get like a good Hornbreak and then dupe that Hornbreak. 2 times, maybe? So wait, is that... So does that service increase its costs globally against all of the stores? Because if it does, then I might already be out of luck by having not started with a great card and then not immediately upgrading great cards afterwards. Pop a train suit on the top floor just in case the collector. There we go. Let's guess Molten Encasement, torch that, play down a draft. We play down the draft to have it die just for the accumulator. Yep. Unfortunately, like, it would have taken a single torch or just anything that could have targeted the backline in order to keep us safe there. There we go. Still just hanging on by a thread, and really not getting anything that seems like it'd keep us alive at this point. Vent as AoE. I think I need it. Maybe the Reformed Horned Warrior. I mean, make the Horned Warrior a backliner behind the Rector Flicker just with extra damage. I think I kind of have to right now, actually. Free dupe over there, but don't really want to utilize it. X-Cost cards get +3 to their X value when played. We only have 1 X-Cost card in the entire deck. However, whenever you play a unit of Ren card, it's reduced until the end of the turn. Oh, hang on. We might be able to pull this back with a good Spike Driver colony. A good Spike Driver colony bottom floor that the concussive coals are, you know, protecting. I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. All right, let's, Merchant of Steel is in the next area, and it's next to Forgotten Boons. Okay, we need to get through this fight. We might be able to fix everything. We're gonna have to set up on the top floor just so that the clergymen don't do a billion damage by the time they get up here. I mean, the constructed explosive is dazed, so we can just let it die. Let's go with Train Steward, Draft, Molten Encasements. Throw Piercing there and then vent the midline for the kills. But we need the Harvest Triggers on the top floor. I do need the Harvest Triggers on the top floor, so I should stop killing all of these. Okay. Perfect. That there to get it dead. One Horn's Tome is now viable. For our backliner there. That was always the plan though. Where Spike Driver Colony is too far. Sorry, it's just too far from useful right now. Can't start putting extra copies of that in the deck. Alright, this Rector should have accumulated enough times at this point. I'll use a, 1, 2, then 3 on the top floor, Dreg here, and then Mortal just to get Dace 2. Okay, yeah, we've already got the kill. Great. Remove all burnout and debuff effects from this unit. However, Fragile appears to be an enhancement, not a debuff. So this is going to be the ultimate test of whether or not this works. It does not. I was almost certain it didn't work. Also, I was told that it didn't work, but I've been asked enough times whether or not that works for me to assert here. No, it doesn't. Sorry. Momentum Mori, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to 10 times the number of unit deaths in this battle. I think that's still going to be pretty important, honestly. Wickless Baron. Go Capacity, have 2 Harvest Triggers on the same floor, as well as... Well, I like that. I like that. We definitely don't need energy anymore now that we have the Flicker's Liquor. That's all of the energy I need in a single card. I need multi-strike. I also need extra health on the Horned Warrior just so that it lives against spikes and sweep. I also need so many upgrades from the Spike Driver Colony. We have to go over to the Merchant Steel. Sorry, but no. The only one of these that I'm keen on putting on the Spike Driver Colony would be the plus 10 Strength Stone. Multi-strike, definitely. I like giving it multi-strike and quick. Let's just give the straight up extra health to the Horned Warrior, honestly. And we'll go for plus 2 damage and plus 10 health on the Rector Flicker here. Do I want to purge another card? No, it makes so small of an impact on the deck at the moment to purge 1 card, but also, like, we have to go 3 turns to get our optimal setup at this point. I'm probably going to take 6 damage to the Pyre here. But 6 damage to the Pyre and... never mind, we're not going to take 6 damage to the Pyre. Because I'm going to... drip fall that, and then I'm going to vent all of these. Yeah. Still can't play out the Spike Driver Colony, unfortunately. Thankfully, there is a Merchant of Steel in the next area, and a Hersel's Horde, and a Forgotten Boons, so I've got a lot of time to try and find something good in the Merchant of Steel there. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't do anything about that collector. But I also don't really want to have to cycle back to anything here. Okay, I'm gonna Wicklash you, Draft, and then Momentum Mori on the top line for the kill. And now we should be pretty comfy, especially because these Horn Breaks now slay those targets easily. Okay. So also go for Torch, Vote of Redrag, and then use Mortal Entrapment then just to save some HP on the next floor. Yeah, don't love that we're leaving that top liner to go through though. Guess it happens though. So we'll take 11 to you. Oh, wait, yeah, just 11. And then this one's super easy, yeah. Already got your number, bud. We accumulated more than enough there. Intent on Death, Crushing Demise, Subsuming Blade. Intent on Death is a little bit interesting, but I still don't think I'll do it. Intent on Death would actually be a good way to get extra Spike Driver colonies into the deck, but the only other usage is for the Molten Encasements that I'm already going... Like, I don't have them commonly. Inferno would be actually really good. For just helping to thin out a wave that I think would otherwise be a problem. Okay. Play dazed enemies when they enter the Pyro Room. No, enemies gain -1 damage, I think, actually. Especially because it affects bosses. Multi-strike again. Well. Well, I mean, multi-strike can go on anyone happily right now. Yeah, Horned Warrior can just take multi-strike. Yeah, and then we'll reroll. Yeah, unfortunately, Lardstone on the Spike Driver colony is just not that great. Is it not? If my bottom floor is just 3 Spike Driver colonies that had got 41 health each, is that not great? I think that's pretty good. Non-boss enemy units gain multi-strike, and that's a Rage with Sweeper. Or that's that's a Light of Master of Light with Sweep. Yeah, I can't risk that. I'm not commonly enough going to be able to daze it or anything similar. Oh, to get that kill on the top line. Yeah, I mean, look, taking 3 damage to the Master of Light isn't that bad. Could be significantly worse. There you go, no burnout in them. We just used a single vent down there on the bottom line. Perfect. And that's enough to not live against the top line, dang. Now it is. Dies against the top line, rather. Okay. Might as well just send another minion down here to do some more damage, I guess. Yeah, this is the unfortunate thing. I didn't even kill a single Spike Driver colony this whole time just because I don't draw to them constantly. Alright, there we go. First Spike Driver colony dupe. Sacred Wicks, Crushing Demise, as well as Wicked Blaze. Wicked Blaze would actually be really good for bringing back another... Ooh. No, I don't want to overbloat the deck. Would be really good for bringing back more Spike Driver colonies. What are you even dupe in the deck at this point, though? Another Spike Driver colony? Let's have a look at the event. Okay. This is really good. Yeah, we could just upgrade the Spike Driver colonies. In fact, do we heal at all? Yeah, we never heal. Not naturally. So yeah, taking the large shard here isn't that bad either. But also, if we went for... no, we'll go large shard. Large shard. Plus 10 to everything rather than plus 25 to exclusively the Spike Drivers that get duped out of the one that gets the plus 25. I think that's worth. What am I constantly thinking? Oh man, I really wish I drew... What is the next word in that sentence? I honestly think it's going to be Spike Driver colony. Okay. Hopefully the top floor is the one that has its size reduced here. Nope, bottom floor. That sucks. Hey, okay. Spike Driver colony number 1. We got him down. And now I just need to wait for it to die. If I have to kill it myself, I will, damn it. Well, almost got one of them down. So after I have 4 of them, or rather after I end a fight with 4 of them in my deck, they'll no longer duplicate on death, so I have to get as many of them duplicated right now as possible. That's the goal in obviously, you know, nuking my own stuff consistently here. Sometimes that's the play. Got another one back. Beautiful. This one also has burnout 1, so it's going to die regardless. Bye-bye. Another burnout there. Okay, we're getting a lot of them in the deck. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Stays you. We just managed near the end there. I think we're done, basically. Use that to pull back another Spike Driver colony. Lay that down, and then I can use One Horn's Tome here. I mean, I can use One Horn's Tome here. There we go. Actually, a Wickless Baron just by 1 hit point it should have been. Okay, and yeah, that'll do it. So how many of the Spike Drivers did I get into the deck? Definitely none of those are worthwhile. Leaning very heavily towards the extra draw per turn so that I can get my Spike Drivers. Improved Spike Driver, they all get another 20 damage, so now they deal about 100 damage per. They turn out to be pretty good when they do that. I should probably upgrade a little bit more the minions that are standing behind my Rectiflicker right now. Quick! Oh, that's what I wanted! Nice. Sadly, absolutely nothing there that I wanted. Minions in the first cycle are actually pretty good because as I play them out, I free up. Well, and not the train stewards though. They cost 2 space and then they don't burn out, so they don't remove themselves from the field as well. What else can I do? Let's get the other 2 train stewards out of the deck at this point, I think. Alright. Leaving myself enough money to still direct my run a little bit more importantly later on. Non-boss enemies enter with spikes 5. The big problem there is that the multi-strike of the Horned Warrior is going to be, you know, an encumbrance very, very quickly. Could I even heal it? No. Could I regenerate it at all? No. Honestly, this is very literally exclusively a problem for that. But I think that's enough. Okay, so do I want to set up my Spike Driver colony on the bottom floor, or do I want to set up my Rectiflicker and my Wickless Baron and my Horned Warrior on the bottom floor? Like, I obviously want to get more harvests on the bottom floor, but also I don't think I'm getting harvests unless the Gilded Wings have started to be dealt with. Thankfully, these purifiers are getting dazed on entry. It's just a 15% chance for it to happen, but when they get dazed on entry, then they don't put a Scourge into my deck that turn. Extremely kind of them. I worry about that purifying now, though. So 30, 5, 30. So 30, 30, and 5. 15, 30, 35, 15 is 30, 30, 20. It's 80. So that's enough to get the Gilded Wing down, and then the Purifier dies to the second attack of the Horned Wing. But then the problem is the Collector stays alive, right? Do I want to let a Purifier go through from one round? I kind of do, honestly. I really want the gold, especially because I didn't get the gold from taking the challenge here. This feels even more essential. I'm also really, really pleased with these Horn Breaks because they're going to be the perfect thing for taking out Steel Wings. See, this destroys the Purifier on the bottom line. Alright. Let's Hornbreak our own so that I can Spike Drive a colony. Great. Almost got all of them down there. Exceedingly close. Sack you within some important work. Votivary as well. I mean, I'm gonna Dripfall you just so that you don't have the ability to summon next turn anyway, or rather curse us next turn anyway. I can remove Heartless as a debuff. Oh, so if I ever wanted to heal these, I could remove Heartless. It's just... how would I do that? All right. I mean, yeah, go for him. That's pretty damn good right there. These don't dupe anymore. No, okay, so just Inferno for fun. And the accumulator's still standing there. Oh my god. Fatal Melting. Oh. It's actually kind of appealing still. No, but I don't have as many units die anymore. Of my own, at least. I harvest enemies rather than letting my own units die now. Alright. So, final area. Any minion upgrades that I still want at this point are... I mean, like the Tycoon standing in the middle. The Baron. That's so unimpactful. I'm gonna be going over this way, I think. Units gain an extra upgrade slot. Unfortunately, we see that and we're on the wrong side to be able to take advantage of it. We do not apply any stacks of armor. Rage doesn't decay on friendly units. We apply rage, but the thing is we only apply rage on floors that we don't then... Because we fill up our Horned Warrior floor and our Spike Driver floors without the addition of the Fledgling Imp. I'll take the draw. Consume removal. I could one Hornstone. Yeah. Is there any sweep in the Seraph the Chase fight? Yes, there is. The Pyre Wings are in this fight. We can't take Eternal Stone. Or rather, we shouldn't. Alright. Instead, I'm going to add to the cost of Torch and then reroll. Double stack. So this would be just use after a boss. Okay. It's also lower the cost of Dripfall just so they can guaranteed cast it. Then the final pickup here, I'm honestly thinking of another Spy Driver Colony, to be entirely honest with you. Like it. Remove all half of the buffs and debuffs, that's fine. I don't really buff myself and I don't really debuff. Okay. Basically doing a similar setup to what we did last time, I think, yeah. Ooh, Vent is perfect right now. Just casting this draft like a spell. Removes a witty bitty HP there. Yeah, there's the Pyre Wings that would be hitting the back line. Colony, colony, colony. As much as I want to save the HP of the colony on the bottom, well, see, the Lightwing does need to die. But if I Fledgling Imp on the top line, that'll be able to kill the Lightwing next turn with any protection. Okay, cool. Save some HP on the bottom. Ah, yes. Oops. Torch? No. Thank heck I didn't die to that. Whew. Oh my god, I'm losing this line as well. Without spells, I'm not able to deal with this. The Rector Flicker just isn't killing things on its line. It's not getting any health. It's like 30, 60 or it's its base stats. God, how do we win without Rector Flicker? I don't know if we can. If you're gonna die, buff you at least. We need to find some way of bringing the Rector Flicker back. I just don't think it's gonna happen. So now we're all Spike Driver Colony. Like, we're entirely all in on the Spike Driver Colonies. We have been for a while, but now we are super ultra entirely all in on this Spike Driver Colonies. Alright. It's gonna be a miracle to get Rector Flicker back at this point. But even if I did, what do I do with it past that point, right? I think I have to just trust that the Pyre Wings die and use the One Horn's Tome on the Horned Warrior here. I think I just need the extra damage, frankly. Alright, then... Torch that for an easy kill. Kill one of those to save some HP. Okay. Yeah, I actually fundamentally do not see how this works anymore. We don't have enough HP to take out the Seraph. Let's Spike Drive a colony there, and then Drip Fall this one, so that I can start trying to build up more Spike Driver colonies on the bottom floor, I guess. Take that out easily. And then just keep trying to build up HP on the Wickless Baron. Like, the Wickless Baron at this point has to be a tank. Okay. Nothing else. Yeah. Just nowhere close enough. There's no way, right? No way. We got pretty close there with the Spike Driver colony trying to bail us out. We did have a very, very good artifact tech in when I say very good artifact set, like, largely, I'm talking about the Flicker's Liquor here. And the Winged Steel. The rest of these kind of, yeah, they're also there. Concussive Coals was also super helpful. So was Winged Indulgence, so was Petrified Heart, all of them being quite defensive. And then this being a supplement for our energy, this being a supplement for our draw. Yeah, being able to get the Rector Flicker more of its harvest triggers in the first cycle there would have been enough. Honestly, if Rector Flicker like got one harvest trigger off early, it would have started being able to live and started being able to really fund itself. And then past that point, it would just be, you know, does it end up with enough harvest triggers to actually stand up to Seraph for enough time to win? Especially with the fact that we were drip falling the Spike Driver colonies in there, we would have had really good damage behind it. And also, obviously, with the double stacked One Horn's Tome. Well, we'll give this one a good old second college try in the next episode. Until then, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train. This is the free update Wild Mutations. We are playing the expert challenges that get unlocked when you first complete a run in Covenant 25. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all of my content on this game, past, present, and future, in different playlists. And hopefully we'll see you next time.